It's May 29th, 2026. I think it's like 5 in the morning or something like that. I'm at a Walmart parking lot, which is where I usually sleep, in a rental car, MiniVan, which is fucking horrible on gas. I mean, maybe it's not horrible, but I'm Ubering so much in order to pay for the rental car. I'm basically making $120 a day with Uber 7 days a week. It's like 8 to 10 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just to essentially, I guess, have a place to sleep. I mean, this is literally like all I'm doing. I get a workout in, like occasionally, I guess, when I can. I don't know how my total check went so fast, but it did. And then Social Security fucking came down on me and suspended my payments, my SSID payments, because they went into my account, I guess, somehow, and saw that I had over $2,000. So I don't qualify anymore or something. So my payments have been wrong for 3 months and then suspended for 2 months. So I called them and I'm like, what the fuck is up, you know? And they're like, they say that. They're like, well, you've over $2,000, so you don't qualify for it anymore, so suspended. I'm still getting my SSD, but it's $500, and, you know, to live off of $500 a month is... So I call them, I'm like, so they say that about the $2,000, and I'm like, all right, but I don't have that anymore, so, you know. So whatever, they say, okay, send your bank records in, and we'll update everything. So I sent my bank records in May 7th. It's now May 29th. I've been calling for this whole entire month, talking to people, supervisors, all kinds of shit. First, they say that they didn't get it. When I had sent it certified mail, so I know that they got it. So, and I was like arguing with this fucking bitch, and she's like giving me a hard time, being like nasty and shit. Unfortunately, I didn't record any of this because I'm just like, I don't even know. I'm like, but so she says that they don't have it. So I'm like wondering if she's like fucking lying, you know? So I'm like, I go to the post office to like send it again, and they're like, yeah, but they got it though. Because I couldn't check. For some reason, when I checked the certified mail, it was saying that there was a problem. So I was like, maybe there really is a problem, you know? But then when I went there to the post office to basically just send it again, I printed out all this shit again to send it again. It's like 50 fucking pages. But the lady's like, yeah, but they got it though. And I'm like, oh, you can see that? And she's like, yeah, now it says that they got it. And then I checked on my thing and it said that they got it now as well. I don't know, maybe there was just like an error or something, I don't know, in the beginning or whatever. So I know that they got it. So I called again, and this second bitch like is getting in a fucking argument, like they didn't get it, and she hangs up on me. So then I call again, and I speak to a supervisor. Then I call again. I request to speak to a supervisor. She says no, she won't give me her name, and she hangs up on me. So then I call like the general number, and I'm like, I need to speak to a supervisor at the office. So eventually I get a supervisor to call me, and he says that this was on Wednesday, like 20 days later after I sent the fucking paperwork, and he's like, call in 2 days and we should have this resolved. because he tells me that they did get it, but they have to punch in the numbers and update everything. So I'm like, okay. So he's like, call in 2 days and we'll have this resolved. And I'm like, okay, fine, that's fair. Because I was like, all right, but can you like make something happen? You know, like I sent the paperwork May 7th. It says it got there on the 18th. I'm now calling you on like the 25th or whatever. Like, like, this is more than enough time to like get it done. Like, I need you to like actually have someone go in the mailroom, because they were saying it's in the mailroom, but it just hasn't been punched in yet. And I'm like, all right, well, I need you to go into the mailroom and like put me to the front of the line. I've done everything I was supposed to do now. My payments have been wrong for 3 months and suspended for 2 months. And I need you to like get someone in there and actually get it done, like punch the numbers in. So Friday, no call back, no nothing. I check the numbers, I check my payments, and they're still suspended. So I've called 2-3 more times to speak to a supervisor. They're supposed to call back, never call back. 2-3 separate days. I'm gonna call again today. But my payment's coming up and it's still suspended, and I don't know if they unsuspend it that it's going to be the right amount anyway, because before that they were only paying me $280 a month for SSID, and it was supposed to be $500 a month, so $1,000 total. $1,000 total is, you know, I could do something with that, but they brought it down to $280 because they got my records from my payment record, my earning records from the IRS. And I'm like, and they were all completely wrong. They were saying that I was making $2,400 a month. I'm like, who the fuck is making $2,400 a month? I'm not making $2,400 a month. Matter of fact, my car just got totaled, bitch. I'm making fucking zero. I don't have any fucking income. So where the fuck are you getting $2,400 a month? And they're like, we got it from the IRS. I'm like, bitch, I didn't even file taxes. I don't qualify for taxes. I don't make enough to file taxes. Uber doesn't even allow me to file taxes. They literally send me emails saying you don't make enough. So I'm like, so then I send in all my earning records, right? And they update everything. And they're like, so it's not $2,400? I'm like, no. So I send in, I'm like, this month I made $0. This month I only made $500. This month and I sent in my official records. But now I get an email a couple of days ago saying that I wasn't supposed to be being paid for certain months during all of last year because I was making too much. So now somehow I owe them money. I owe them money. So I don't know if they're gonna throw that in my face too, you know, about this whole new thing that's going on. I just like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing right now. Right now I'm just working 8 to 10 hours, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, to essentially just have a van to sleep in at night. And this is all that I'm doing in my life. And like, God told me to come here. My head told me to come here, which I'm calling God, which I've been calling God this whole entire time. I think it is God, but like, meanwhile, I have people from the ACT team still contacting me who think I'm bipolar and schizophrenic. And I have to say, like, this kind of warrants that, you know, it helps their case a little bit, because here I am saying like God's telling me to move to Miami, Florida to win the World Cup for the U.S. men's team, but yet here I am working 8 to 12 hours a day, 7 days a week with Uber to basically live to basically sleep in a minivan, and that's all that I'm doing in my life, you know? Like I'm wondering like how to. It's not that I don't believe or I'm questioning God. It's more like I'm wondering, all right, but like, what are we doing? Because the U.S. men's team was just selected. You know, they all came out on stage with their jersey. And I'm having like crazy visions and like crazy thoughts. Not crazy in a bad way. I mean, like, I'm having like a lot of visions and a lot of thoughts about the World Cup. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm being prepared for it. But yet I'm over here. I'm just wondering, like, what, like, how I guess like how it's actually gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And like, what the fuck I'm doing, because I don't like this. I don't like the fact that I'm just working 8 to 12 hours a day just so I can sleep in a fucking minivan. You know, I'm wondering, like, I'm questioning like what the fuck I'm doing in my life. And then the whole music shit, like, because I have other shit than soccer. You know what I'm saying? So like, this is what's like really fucking annoying me. Is like I have other things that I want to do. So but then the music thing, I go to music and it's the same shit. I thought maybe it'd be different now that I'm in Miami. Yeah, I won't have like the Long Island curse or whatever the fuck it was. But it's the same shit. I mean, the first engineer I worked with was good, but then the second time I went there, I needed to work with him again because I needed like a live mixing session, you know, where I can edit the songs that we did. I didn't book another studio session to record more. I booked another studio session so I could live mix with him, so I can perfect the songs that we did. And then when I get there, they're like, he's not here, and I'm like, that's the whole reason why I booked the fucking session is for him. And they're like, yeah, but we have another engineer. And I'm like, no, bitch, that's not going to work. I need his songs, the songs that he did. They're on his laptop and shit. I'm like, and it's like, it's him. Like, I don't want to work with another on the songs that I did with him. I mean, I would be able to, but they weren't able to contact him and shit because he was at a family party or whatever. So then I have to, like, work on my next mixtape when I'm not even done with the first one, because now I have this session with this guy, this new guy, and I'm like battling with him the first like fucking 2 hours, like back and forth. He's like questioning me on everything, and I'm like, I'm going through the same fucking shit that I was going, like, it's happening at Long Island. But now I'm not playing that shit, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm not like letting the engineer like dictate the session. I'm telling him like everything that I want, you know? But it's just annoying that I had to like battle fucking everything in order to get there. Weirdly, like 2 hours in though, he like is just like working, you know? I don't know if I like overpowered him or what the fuck happened, but he stopped like being a problem, you know? Luckily I recorded the whole thing, but I'm not trying to expose the guy either because, you know, 2 hours in he turned around, so whatever. I don't know, maybe he just whatever. I don't know what happened with the first 2 hours. But with both people on both mixtapes, the mini tape and the mixtape, I need to edit them now. Like, the recordings went great, but I need to edit them now, and I need like live mixing sessions. And the reason why is because they did things to the song that I don't like, that I noticed. Like, they did edits to the song that I don't like, that I noticed after listening to it. I don't know. I didn't hear it in the sessions for whatever reason. I don't know. So I need live mixing sessions with both of them, but I don't have the fucking money. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the fucking money. And now this Social Security bullshit. If it's not resolved today, then my payments are gonna be wrong. Then I'm only gonna be getting $500 for the next month, and then so I'm supposed to be paid. I'm supposed to be reimbursed. If everything is properly done now, because I sent in everything properly, they adjust the numbers and shit, I'm supposed to be reimbursed for the last 3 months. But the Social Security has never reimbursed me. Like, there was 3 times in the past where I was supposed to be reimbursed, and they've never reimbursed me. And I told to this lady, and she's like, okay, well, you have to file appeals on those situations and see and explain why you're supposed to be reimbursed. And I'm just like, how the fuck does that work? You guys told me that you were going to reimburse me. So that means I'm supposed to be reimbursed. Why would I have to file an appeal on why I feel like I should have been reimbursed when your fucking dumbass told me that I was going to be reimbursed? That makes absolutely no sense. I should file an appeal if you feel that I shouldn't be reimbursed and I feel I should be reimbursed. Not if you tell me I'm going to be reimbursed and I'm not reimbursed. That's not how it works, you dumbass bitch. And then but that was the bitch that fucking hung up on me. So when I talked to the supervisor, he's like, look, I can only talk to you about matters that I'm talking to you about about today. And I'm like, all right, thanks. Thanks for that cop-out answer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a fucking supervisor. I'm telling you about 3 times in the past where I was not reimbursed. And he's like, all right, but he's basically saying, let's just, focus on this matter. Thanks. So I'm like wondering who can I contact that's above a supervisor, right? So I called today to see, because I'm like, I think that the office is on some bullshit. I don't know if because people in Long Island are like looking for me. So I don't know if they're contacting, You know, they're probably wondering how I'm surviving, where I'm at, etc. Maybe trying to find me. Because if they can locate the state that I'm in, they can tell that state that and lie and say I'm a dangerous bipolar schizophrenic, you know, and that I need to be found, etc., and need to be put on AOT, and then they could apply to put me on AOT in the state of Florida. They would still have to apply. There would still have to be its own, you know, court hearing and session. You can't just, that's why I moved out of the state, because you're protected state by state. But I don't know if someone contacted Social Security office and like now they're fucking with me. I don't know. I'm not saying they are. I'm saying I don't know. They could be. You know, with the way that everything's happening, is it coincidence? I don't know. That 3 people were nasty with me and hung up on me, and I spoke to 2 supervisors now, or a supervisor now. No, I've spoke to a supervisor now, and I've requested to speak to 3 different supervisors now. So I've requested to speak to 4 supervisors and only have been given 1. And the reason why I've requested to speak to 4 supervisors is because the first one, who said it was going to be resolved on Friday, it has not been resolved. So that's why I keep calling. And the office keeps transferring my number to when I call the Mineola office, they keep transferring my call to another office. So that way, when I call them, they're like, okay, but we're not at that office, so we can't help you. But what we can do is request a supervisor to call you back. But then they're not fucking calling me back. So I don't know what the fuck is happening, if it's coincidence or if they're fucking with me. So that's why I'm like, I called today a general number to see who can I talk to like hold this office accountable if need be. Because I don't know if the bitch that hung up on me went into the fucking mailroom and threw out my information. Because the number that I called today said that they're waiting, in the notes, they're waiting for me to send in the records. But I just spoke to the supervisor a week ago who said that they had the records. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. And they're about to play with an extra $500 a month that I'm supposed to get next month, this upcoming month. That would really help me. That could completely pay for my rent-a-car, so I don't have to be working 8 to 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, just so I could sleep in the fucking minivan. I could actually, I don't know, do what I'm here to do, which is soccer, I guess. I've connected with this team a little bit. I've been training with their fucking U16 and U17 team, which I don't even care. Like, I don't even care. But I'm just like, I don't know. I don't understand how this is gonna happen. Like how do I actually get on the U.S. men's team? You know what I'm saying? Like, you told me to come here to Miami for the World Cup to play for the U.S. men's team. Okay, but how is it gonna happen? You know, obviously I'm gonna have to meet some people, right? Like, some people are gonna have to connect me or some shit. Is it this team? I don't know. I don't understand. Like, I can't play pickup games because I don't have money. You know, I downloaded the Play app or whatever, but I can't play pickup games because I don't have money to be playing pickup games. So, I don't know what the fuck to do. I guess this is an RMJ talk, just like an update on the situation. I'm uploading on social media, but, you know, I'm coming close to where I'm currently at on some of my platforms, on some of my entities, and, you know, I don't know what that's going to do either. I'm not really worried, though. Like, I feel kind of safe here. I feel like, you know, even if they do come looking for me and find me or whatever, first off, they're wrong for looking for me because I've not done anything. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I feel like it's going to happen. Like, I've seen it in my head a couple times. But I feel like they're going to protect me, though. That they're going to bring me in and, like, talk to me, and they're going to realize that I'm perfectly fine, and I'm going to explain the situation of what really happened. That fucking people came after me and abused their fucking power, like, for real. And I have proof and evidence. But and they're not going to put me in AOT. The only problem is, you know, when I'm on the U.S. men's team, technically I'm still an AOT in New York State. So when we go to New York State to play for games, they could literally be waiting for me at the airport like, you need to fucking take your injection. And I swear to fucking God, like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do then. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know if I'm gonna peacefully take that fucking injection. Like I'm not okay with this. The fact that I was wrongfully being put on medicine and seen 6 times a month and drug tested when I did nothing. So, but you know, at that time I'll be on the US men's team, so, and it's the World Cup. I mean, I'll be the best player in the world. I'll be the biggest thing in the world at that time, so I should have some fucking power to, like, I don't know, call fucking Trump or some shit and, like, get the AOT order removed. I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing though. Like, this is like, and like the past couple of nights I can like, I can't even sleep at night. But the problem is like I have to sleep at night, because if I don't sleep at night, then I'm tired during the day, and I like can't sleep in the day because it's so fucking hot. So I like need to sleep at night. But for whatever reason, I've been being woken up. Titty water bottle. I love sucking on these things. It's fucking hot as fuck. Oh my God. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm questioning what to do, you know? Like, I feel like I'm just listening to this voice in my head that I'm saying is God, and I do think it's God, but the reason why I'm kind of questioning is I'm more so just annoyed. You know, I'm more so just annoyed, like, I want to, I'm here, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to do whatever I'm supposed to do, you know? But I'm just, like, working 8 to 12 hours a day so I could sleep in the fucking minivan. Like, I don't... What is that doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even care. Like, I'd rather be fucking sleeping on the fucking street and not having to work in 8 to 12 hours a day. Like, I'm literally making $120 a day and spending $60 on gas. It's like fucking retarded. The gas is fucking expensive as fuck around here. I've been thinking about downgrading to you know, a smaller car that would be cheaper and better on gas, but I'm not going to be able to sleep in it. Like, I can sleep somewhat comfortably in here, you know? I have, like, comforters under here, and then, like, I bought this little thin mattress kind of shit. I went to the housing thing. They said you don't get housing for, like, until you're, like, homeless for a year. So I guess that's just not an option. And there's like a homeless problem around here, man. There's like a good amount of fucking homeless people on the fucking street. Not to mention all the people that are waiting for housing. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Gotta just like keep going, but this shit is just like fucking pissing me the fuck off, man. Like I got $430 in my bank account, which is what I've made this week so far. But I have to, and I have $150 free on my credit card, which is what I used for the rental car. So I'm gonna have to use but I have to return the rental car tomorrow. But I have to pay the credit card thing off today. So I'm only gonna have about $450 to pay it off. So I'll have about $550 or $600 for the credit card for the rental car. So I'll be able to rent the car out again for probably like I don't know, like 2 weeks, maybe a little bit less than 2 weeks. And it's just the same situation. I'm just working so I can sleep in the fucking van. I'm just like questioning and wondering like what the fuck I'm here for and what I'm doing. Like I know what God's saying, but like I don't know, I guess I'm like thinking in reality though. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just fucking tired of this shit, man. I didn't even really want to do this, but you know, it came to me in my head like 3 times in a row, so usually usually if it keeps coming back, then I do it. But I guess I'm kind of doing this to hopefully get an answer, but I'm not really getting anything, so yeah, the answers just keep going, but well, that's the situation. Sorry for not looking at the camera more. It's just kind of who I am, I don't know. I don't really like looking at it. That's about it, I guess. I go to like libraries and post on social media, trying to get up to date on all my accounts. With the constant, thoughts that when I get up to date that they're gonna know where I'm at and what I'm doing, but I am all over the place. I'm Ubering and I go to all different Walmarts and Planet Fitnesses and LA Fitnesses, so it's gonna be hard to find me, but again, I'm not worried about being found because I didn't fucking do anything. But the problem is if they're fed a bunch of lies, then I don't know how they might take that. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're not gonna do me wrong here. It would, God told me to come here, so I like it here. I like it here better. It's fucking hot though, man. I gotta be honest, it's hot. I'm not really a fan of the hot weather. I was looking at a place. I think I want to live in San Diego because it's like 75 all year round. I like that shit. Or it's just different when you have money, like you can do what you want to do. If it's cold where you're at and you don't like and you like it, then you like it, But if it's cold where you're at and you don't like it, then you have another house in like a nicer area and you can go there for the 3-6 months or whatever, Life's just better when you have money, but Or it's more convenient, I guess, when you have money. I mean, I think the first game is played like June 14th or some shit. That's like in 15 days or some shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do if... Yeah, you're saying not to say that, but... He doesn't want me to question at all. He wants me to have full faith. I've had full faith my whole life, pretty much. I've made those bold and big moves so many times in my life with absolutely no rhyme or reason behind it, but just because, you know, this voice in my head is telling me to, aka God. And then, like, my faith is so strong that they basically called me schizophrenic. They did diagnose me as schizophrenic. And I have basically 30 people telling me I'm schizophrenic, and nobody telling me I'm not. All my fucking family and all the doctors telling me I'm schizophrenic, all the medical people telling me I'm schizophrenic. I was wrong so much throughout this whole entire process too. I requested my medical records after because I was going to sue all the entities for what happened, because after seeking legal counsel for a year, no one does civil rights in Long Island, New York, apparently, or in Nassau County, and the only person that did, after contacting 30 to 50 lawyers, the only person that did said, you have a case, but we're not going to take it. Fucking pussy-ass bitch. Fucking place in Hempstead. Pussy-ass bitch. So I'm like, you know what, I'll fucking sue myself. So I start reading the pro se manual they have on the New York State district court website or whatever, and it's like 280 pages. I read the first like 130 pages, and I read up to the point where I read far beyond the point where it's a pro se manual. It's like basically how to defend yourself and how court works and all that kind of stuff. So I read like way beyond the part where it was up to the point for me to file the paperwork. So I printed all the paperwork out and I filled out all the paperwork properly. And it's a good amount of paperwork, it is. But it's just paperwork though, you know what I'm saying? Like, fucking paying lawyers so fucking much to just do paperwork. Like, I'm sorry, man. Like, the pro se manual, I understood it, you know? Like, it wasn't like, you don't need to be a fucking genius to fucking understand that shit. And like, and the paperwork, it's a process. You have to follow it properly, but it's not like fucking, you know, it's not like these lawyers make it fucking seem that they charge these crazy fucking prices. Like, fuck you. Fucking bullshit ass shit. And I know I have what it takes to actually do the lawyering in court. So I'm doing all that, but then while I'm filling out all this, so then I'm requesting all my records, right? Because I want to gather all my evidence. So I request records from Nassau County Police Department, and they deny me. They deny me of my records request, and which is illegal. You have to have a reason for why you deny. And they didn't even give me a reason. They didn't even answer me. So I contact you, and if they don't answer you, that's considered a legal denial. That's why I say that. Which they didn't give me a reason for. So that was illegal and wrong. So I contact the district attorney, not only on the fact that the Nassau County Police Department denied me of my records, you know, body cam footage, police reports, all that kind of shit. I contacted them on that, and I contacted them on everything that happened, but in two separate matters, so they wouldn't, you know, pull that bullshit of what's all this and not pay attention. No, I did the hey, they're not giving me my records thing, and then I let them know exactly all the shit that was going on. And I got this long ass fucking like proper ass answer, which I understood fully. I felt like he thought he was gonna like outsmart me or some shit. Like he's not gonna like understand this or read this or whatever. He cited like 20 fucking court cases and all this bullshit, but I understood everything he was saying. And basically when it came down to it, what he said was that they don't have to release records. Which is just not true. You look it up online and they have to give you records unless they have a legal reason for why they don't want to. And it has to be a legitimate ass reason. Like if I have a history of requesting a cop's records and then that did me wrong, and then I go fucking chop his fucking head off in the fucking street one day, and then I get out 20 years later and the same thing happens and I'm like, hey, I want the records again. I want the records again. That's a legitimate reason why we're like, all right, for safety concerns, we're not going to release the records to you, you know? You have to have a legitimate reason for why you're denying records. For officer safety, for something, a legitimate reason. They gave me no reason, because they have no reason, but they just denied them. So the district attorney, who you're supposed to contact when they're on some bullshit, is wrong too. So then I tell him, I'm like, well, that's not true. You could just simply look it up online and see that that's not true. And the online thing was the official law. It was not some, bullshit. And what's it called? Titty suck. This fucking thing is still on. Is it? I don't know. I ripped it off. Fuck it. But then so then I send that email because I guess he thought I was just gonna like fade away or some shit. He sends me all that official shit. He probably thought I was just gonna like fizzle out or something. So I sent him the email with the screenshots of online saying that and letting him know he's basically wrong. And you know what he says? He's like, okay, I did a thorough research for the records that you requested and they don't exist. He said that they don't exist. And I'm like, what do you mean? The body cam footage, the police reports? He's like, all that. The police reports, body cam footage, they don't exist. I looked up the dates and times. There's no records of it. So I'm like, oh, okay. So now I'm wondering, like, maybe they hold on. Maybe they, like, are, like, deleting the fucking evidence, Because now I'm suing them myself. And so I don't know. So then what I do is I request my medical records, because what I was trying to do is find out the officers involved, find out who the mobile crisis workers were, all that kind of shit, so I can start to gather the evidence of exactly who the fuck I'm calling out and who I'm suing. I'm suing the entities, the agencies they work for, but who is involved and responsible and all that kind of shit. So then I go, okay, so they're on some bullshit basically. So I contact the New York State attorney about them, letting them know that they're on bullshit, etc., etc. I'm talking like this, but I'm doing everything properly, right? I've never heard from the New York State attorney or attorney general, whatever the fucking proper thing is. Attorney fucking dick fuck. I haven't heard shit. Okay, so and it's been months now. So make a complaint. We won't get back to you. Complete injustice that's going on with legitimate evidence. I send screenshots and emails and all that kind of shit. Make a complaint. Address not found. Not shipping delayed. Address not found. Returning package back to home center. We didn't even send the package out. So then I go to the medical records, right? Because I'm like, okay, I can get the names through that, because the medical records will have that. It will get the officers that brought me there. It will get the mobile crisis workers that brought me there. It may even have who called fucking mobile crisis on me, wrongfully called mobile crisis on me, and whatever the fuck they said, So they don't give me my records. Now, medical records, they have to give you your medical records. They're not allowed to deny you your medical records. You are legally required and they are mandated to give you your medical records when you request them. You know what happens when I request my medical records? I get a call from the ACT team. saying, hey, did you request your medical records? And I'm like, how'd you find that out? And why are you calling me? And they're like, well, someone from AOT contacted us saying that you requested your medical records. And I'm like, who? And they're like, Nicole Higgins. So my AOT coordinator. So I'm like, so instead of NUMC and Mobile Crisis, I requested my medical records from both of them. Instead of them giving me my medical records, which they're legally required to, they contacted my AOT coordinator, letting them know that I requested my medical records. So I'm like, so what are you exactly saying right now? You know, you're just calling to ask me if I requested my medical records. Why? Why are you calling to ask me if I requested my medical records? And they're like, well, we just wanted to know if everything was okay. Like, why you're doing that? And I'm like, because I fucking want to. Because I fucking want to. And I tell them, I'm like, I know that they're legally required to give me my medical records. And they're like, look, classic ACT team, right? Look, we're just the ACT team. We're just doing our job. I don't know. They called us. They told us to call you. And I'm like, okay. So what's really going on? I requested my medical records, and the hospital and Mobile Crisis basically said, call the AOT coordinator and get this fucking kid in check. You know, he's not allowed to request his medical records, essentially, because I've never got my medical records. I called him back twice, each agency, no call back. I officially requested my medical records. I have proof. And all that happened was basically me getting checked on, saying, check this kid, why is he requesting his medical records? And they didn't give me my medical records, so they denied me my medical records. I contacted the New York State Department of Health, and I let them know all the bullshit that is going on. I've not heard anything back from them. So I'm just being completely wronged. I'm doing everything properly. I didn't do anything to begin with. I'm contacting everyone properly, and I'm getting nothing. So no wonder why I fucking left, right? Because what the fuck can I do? The people in power are fucking... That's like my impression of like them fucking, like that. I'm trying to compare them to something, like that's how they fuck. So this is their equivalent. It's like that's who they are, you know, instead of like, you know, pounding that pussy and like or whatever. I was thinking it's male or female, you know, whatever. So but you know who I did get a call back from though? I got a call back from Sergeant Class or Sergeant Cross or Sergeant Asshole. And I recorded that conversation, bitch. So now I got proof. Now and you know what he says? You know what the fuckhead says? We reviewed your body cam footage. Oh, so now they have my body cam footage. So the district attorney is supposed to be above Nassau County Police Department, lied to me and said that they don't have any of my records. Well, guess what, ass fuck? Now Sergeant Crasshole called me and says, hey, we reviewed your body, because I made a complaint to the New York State about the injustice that happened to me, that that Mobile Crisis was wrongfully called on me, and Nassau County Police Department supported them. And Nassau County Police Department wrongfully assisted them in bringing me in. And they illegally entered my apartment and put their hands on my arm without my permission, which would be on body cam footage, which is why I requested body cam footage. So Sergeant Crasshole calls me. Sergeant Classhole, I don't know. Sergeant Dickfuck. Sergeant Piece of Shit calls me, and he says that they reviewed the body cam footage and they found no problem with the body cam footage. So I said, okay, so you reviewed the body cam footage. So you saw that your own officer said, look, this is a little weird. I don't know why we're bringing you in, because there seems to be nothing wrong with you. But if Mobile Crisis says we have to take you, we have to take you. You saw that? And he says, yeah, I saw that. And I said, okay, so your own officer had suspicions of why I was being brought in, but yet like a little fucking slave bitch, He just chooses to bow down to Mobile Crisis. So I asked, so who holds Mobile Crisis accountable? Who would stop them from wrongfully bringing someone in? They're just allowed to bring in whoever the fuck they want. No one could stop them. Wouldn't it be an officer that would stop them from wrongfully bringing someone in? If they're wrongfully who would do it? And he was saying if they have an order to bring someone in, they have an order that they have to do that. I think as an officer, if you're saying this is a little weird, this person seems perfectly fine, titty suck. This person seems perfectly fine. This seems a little weird. What's going on? I explained. We talked about how I was wrongfully being brought in right there in front of them. That they were basically saying, "Do you think you're Jesus Christ? You call yourself the one on Twitter a lot. You call yourself the one on Twitter a lot. Do you think you're like Jesus Christ or something?" I wish I was Jesus Christ. I would do so. I would fucking slay you all. I would slay you all. I laughed and said, "I'm not Jesus Christ." And they're like, "Do you think you're like a prophet or something?" Do you think you're like a prophet or something? And I'm like, "No, I just mean like I'm gonna do great things and I'm the one to do them." And they're like, they said he would have an answer for everything and to take him in anyway. That's what they said, the mobile crisis worker. They, meaning Hofstra. So we go over the answers, and so it's evident that I'm wrongfully being brought in right now and that I'm perfectly sane. I woke up. I was sleeping. You know what I'm saying? So I think if you're questioning that, you should say, "Hold on, this is a little weird. Let me call my sergeant. Let me talk to him. Let me see what's going on." Call your sergeant. Say, "Sergeant, this is a little fucking weird. I mean, this guy seems perfectly fine. Their answers for why they wanted to bring him in were completely answered, but yet they're still saying that he has to go. I have a bad feeling about this. This is a little weird." You know, at the very least, the sergeant might be like, "All right, well, the problem is he has an order, so take him in, but well, let me look into this. You know, let me call some people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could do something with that. But no, that's disrespect. I was gonna call him a pussy bitch, but it's disrespect to women. You know, this piece of shit. This piece of shit bows down and allows Mobile Crisis to take me. But Mobile Crisis didn't take me. The cops took me. Okay, you stepped into my apartment. You put your hands on my arm. And you brought me out. Now, Sergeant Dickfuck, Sergeant Crasshole, piece of shit, he called me and said that they did not step into my place and they did not put their hands on my arm. That's what he tells me. So now I'm wondering, like, what the fuck is going on, you know? Because now I'm like, maybe, now I'm wondering, like, now I'm questioning, because I'm a truthful man. So now I'm questioning, I'm like, did it not happen? But in my head, I'm like, no, it fucking happened. You know, I know he stepped into the fucking apartment and put his hands on my arm. I know for a fact it fucking happened. So I'm like, so now I'm like, is he lying? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he trying to, I don't know what, like, is he trying to, and I kept having a thought that he was trying, because you know what he said? "Do you still want me to put the complaint in?" That's what he said. He was calling to basically say, "Hey, I reviewed the body cam footage and your complaint is not true. Do you still want me to put the complaint in?" And I'm like, what? Put the complaint in? I made the complaint. I put the complaint in. You know what I'm saying? It's in. I put the complaint in. I put the complaint in your fucking bitch. And she's fucking coming everywhere. You know? I'm gonna find out any woman that he's ever been with, and if they're worthy of my cock, they're fucking getting it. Oh my God. So it's unlocked, bitch. So then I'm in my head like, he's trying to get me to like fold on the complaint. Because why would he call me asking me if I want to put the complaint in to the state? I don't even know how that works. I put the complaint into New York State, not Nassau County Police. Oh no, I did both. Okay, so maybe he was calling about the Nassau. Okay, but regardless, what does that even mean? I put the complaint in. What are you saying? Do I want to like follow through with it? I don't even understand that. You know, I don't know. So they're saying, what is he saying? That they get complaints and then they have to review them and then they put them in or don't put them in? I don't know. That's fucking retarded. To me, if you put a fucking complaint in, it's put in. I don't know what the fuck that is. So and I'm in my head like, he's trying to get me to like fold on the complaint. He's basically saying that they did not wrongfully step into my place and they did not put their hands on me. And so I try and clear it up with him. I'm like, look, I'm not claiming like police brutality or some shit. I'm not saying he was aggressive with me. You know, I'm trying to like feel, man, shut the fuck up. Hold on, let me wait for this fucking. I'm trying to understand him and like feel him out a little bit, you know? Because he also just kept talking like a fuck. Oh my God, he just kept talking like a fucking hyena. I cut him off. I'm like, yo, you gonna keep fucking talking? Like, are you? And I actually hung up on him because at the end I'm like, so you're just calling me? I said, I'm like, are you gonna keep talking? I'm like, be quiet for a second. So you're calling me to let me know that the complaint was wrong. Is that right? You're not calling me for a conversation. You're not calling to get like my side. He's like, yeah, that's right. Honestly, that's why I'm calling. And I'm like, so fucking hang up, dick fuck. And I hung up, or he hung up, whatever. Cause he kept talking. He wouldn't let me talk. So eventually I just cut him off. I'm like, you're not even calling for a conversation, are you? And he's like, I'm like, you're just calling to tell me that it's wrong. And he's like, yeah, basically. I'm like, so all right, so fucking bye. Like, what the fuck you calling me for then? So he says that they didn't do it. But I know for a fact that they did it. I know for a fact that he stepped into my fucking place and put his hands on my arm. I remember freezing like this, you know? And he put his hands on my arm. So I don't know why he said that. I don't know why he lied. He completely lied. If he was trying to get yo, they're all on bullshit. They're literally all on bullshit. And the problem is for them, I have proof and evidence of all this shit. So, but also the problem is I've made my proper complaints to the state, New York State of Mental Health and New York State Attorney General or whatever the fuck, and no one's got back to me. So, you know, when I'm on the U.S. men's team and I win the fucking World Cup for your fucking country, you know, I know that I'll be able to get that done, you know, and I'm still gonna sue him and all that kind of shit. How'd I get into this in the start though? I don't know what I was saying in the beginning. Oh, about why I was gonna when I was suing him, when I was doing the paperwork. Yeah, when I was gathering all that evidence and shit. Okay, so then, but the problem was when I was about to submit the paperwork, I'm like, the World Cup is in 2 or 3 months. You understand? So this court case is probably not going to start or take place up until 2 or 3 months. I'm not going to be able to do both, you know? So I had to make the choice. I had to leave for the World Cup. And then I got the total check. So then I was like, okay, I got my money. And then I came here. So that's where I'm at right now. But I'm not forgetting that shit. And they're still getting fucking sued. All of them. I'm suing them for millions of dollars too. Hofstra makes like $44 million in profit a year. Give me that shit, bitch. I'm suing him for $3 million. Give me that shit, bitch. Do this shit to another person. I'm gonna make sure they never do this shit to another person. I'm suing Nassau County Police Department. I'm suing Mobile Crisis. I'm suing NUMC. And now, the ACT team is still contacting me, right? They're still contacting me all the time. So I'm like, so I tell them all. I'm like, you keep contacting me, I will sue you for harassment, because I am not in New York State anymore. AOT does not apply to me anymore. And they keep saying, well, until you give us your new address, we're gonna keep contacting you. I'm like, how does that fucking work? Well, what do you mean? I'm homeless. I don't have an address, but I'm not in New York State. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter what you know about my situation or where I live and shit. You know, they're trying to find out where I'm at so they can follow me with the AOT shit. But that's not how it works. I'm not in New York State anymore. That's all that matters. I'm not in the place no more. I moved all my shit out. I'm not in the place no more. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter if you confirm an out-of-state address. That's not true. They keep saying that, though. So now they're at number 9 times of harassing me. Each time they text me, I'm like, number 1, I'm fucking with them now, too. I'm talking shit with them. I'm fucking with them mentally. They all keep not answering because they know they can't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? They could only fuck with me back then because I was under their power and shit. Literally. Like, if I don't behave, they throw me in a fucking mental hospital again. So, abusing their power. So, but now I'm free, right? So now I'm fucking with them. And they all keep not responding because they know they can't fuck with me. They know I will mentally fucking torment them. And I'm waiting on any of them to give me 1 inch, 1 inch anywhere. And I'm just, I hope I make them kill themselves. That's my goal. Like, when they fuck with me, I hope I mentally fuck with them so much that they fucking kill themselves. That's my goal. Because I view them as evil now. So that's how I'm working. And I hope evil kills itself. I want to kill evil. So they're at number 9. I said when they get to number 10, I will sue them for harassment. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to sue them anyway. Because I wanted to sue them, you know? Little weaklings. I told one of them, I'm like, you're all a bunch of little fucking weaklings, you know? Who keep saying that you're just doing your job when you know that you're doing the wrong thing. And I've explained to you and shown you the proof and evidence of why you're doing the wrong thing. But you keep doing the wrong thing and saying it's justified because it's your job. Now I make it easy for you. I leave the state and I'm no longer subject to AOT by New York State. And you're still fucking contacting me. So you're a piece of shit now. You understand? You're a little weakling before, but now you're a fucking piece of shit. So now fuck with me, you know? And they're all not fucking with me. They just keep saying, hi Remy, we want to see how you're doing. You know, that kind of shit. A couple of them fuck with me though, and I went in on them. And they stopped responding. Because they realized that they are fucking inferior to me. I got fucking shoulder and back acne from, I don't know, it doesn't, even if I wash it, even, it's, I think it's just so humid, it's like, ah! Although it's been getting better. I think my body's somewhat adjusting. I've been using this cream too. I'm just fucking pissed about the music thing, man. I went in there, I recorded both sessions. I was perfect. Like I always am. And it's not me. And there's, what can I do if it's not me? I mean, these people spend years fucking learning how to engineer, and I literally don't need them to do anything. You know what the problem was with the second engineer? I sound like too electronic. You know what I'm saying? Like he put too many fucking plugins on it. You know, I sound like too electronic. I'm like, I didn't ask for any of that shit. You know, I just need like my I need you to do the bare minimum. And then when I ask for shit, know how to do it, you know? Then I was asking him how to do shit, and he didn't know how to, he couldn't get the job done. And in my head, I know how to do it, and I'm telling him how to do it. I'm just like, yo. But then when I listened to it after, it was too electronic. Listen, man. It's fucking hot, man. Put this bitch on. Start up. Yeah. AC. Full blast. This car needs an oil change soon. I gotta return it tomorrow. Last time they didn't what? My tire pressure keeps going down too. I don't know what the fuck is up. Oil change required. My tire pressure keeps going down. I had to get the fucking front right tire plugged. Now the rear left tire keeps going down. But I don't know if it's because something's wrong with it or it's just the hot air. But it's got to be something wrong with it, right? I keep filling it up. But it's not good. The oil change is supposed to be for another 1,000 miles, but that just came on the car. So now it does need an oil change. Last time I just renewed the same car. I'm going to do the same thing again, but they do an inspection. I fucking hit a car too. I fucking hit a car. I backed into a car like so lightly though, but there's like a little mark. I'm really hoping they don't see it, man. I can't right now, bro. This sexy bitch got out of the car. She was mad at me, but then she like calmed down. She looked at it and it was really nothing. She was like, all right, whatever. I'm just like, oh, thank God. If she fucking got the information, I would. She blessed. Bless her. God, give her the best orgasms of her life whenever she pleases herself. What else? I don't know, man. I keep like getting into fucking road rage, fucking shooting people. I'm like fucking pissed, man. I'm so fucking pissed. These people drive so fucking slow around here, man. They don't know what the fuck it means to take their space. If there's space in front of you, fucking take it, bitch. Everybody's driving so fucking slow around here. I'm giving homeless people money left and right. Meanwhile, I'm broke. I'm fucking broke. I'm broke, but not broken. I feel broken, bro. I'm being strong because God's telling me to right now. I feel like complaining like a bitch right now. But I have just reason to, man. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, bro. I'm ready. I'm here. I will do whatever. But I'm just fucking, again, bro. I'm just working 8 to 12 hours just to fucking sleep, bitch. What the fuck is this? This is life? I'm here to fucking sleep? I don't want to sleep. I'd rather be sleeping on the concrete and doing purpose rather than just working to fucking sleep. You know? I'm just working to fucking sleep in here. Like, what's the answer? No answer yet still? I'm a little nervous about keep renewing this car. If they start asking questions and shit, they start seeing the mileage I'm putting on this bitch. I'm putting mileage on this bitch, bro. And then what about car fixes and shit? Bro, I feel like I'm on the end of the road, man. But I've been on the end of the road so many times. But now I'm at the deadline though, you know? Bro, the first game is in like 15 days. I don't understand this shit. I don't understand how this is gonna work. If it's gotta happen, it's gotta happen now. I talked to God the other day. He woke me up. I was like fucking amped up. He woke me up. I was amped up. I started listening to music. I was walking around outside. I was like pacing. And I'm like, tell him, God. You know, talking about the manager, the owner, or whatever of the fucking U.S. men's team. I saw him speak. I know what he looks like. I said, tell him he's missing somebody. Wake him. Tell him he's missing somebody. It was like 3 a.m. Because God was talking to me. I think that's it. 6:30, I'm gonna, I guess, sleep for a little bit more until it gets too fucking hot where I can't sleep anymore. It gets too hot, I can't fucking sleep, man. Like, literally, I can't sleep. I don't know, my body just won't go to sleep when it's too hot. Even when I'm tired, I tried to do that where I was, like, tired. I tried to force it where I was, like, so tired that I had to sleep. I couldn't. I just kept tossing, turning. I was sweating everywhere. So I found out that I have to, because normally I just fucking go, right? And then whenever I just fall asleep, I just fucking die. And I was doing that, but then it was just not working because I realized I had to sleep during the night. But now here I am. Like, I'm not. I like this though, but not to fucking work 8 to 12 hours a day, you know, just so I can fucking sleep in a van. This is a problem. I'm not liking this. So I was looking into, like, officially, like, settling here, you know, like getting a Florida license, using Camilla's house as the address, maybe even getting into a homeless shelter. The homeless shelters are full, but this other lady this social worker gave me, like, a list of homeless shelters that she said I could probably get into. But God keeps telling me I'm not gonna like it though, that I'm gonna have problems with people and I should stay away, that I should be in the van, that I'm right where I'm supposed to be. But I'm fucking questioning, man. I'm getting pissed off. It's not like I'm doubting God. I'm just more so annoyed about like, I don't like how this is going, you know? I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna, like, start making my own fucking choices, because this is like, I'm not here to just fucking sleep. I don't care to just fucking work 8 to 12 hours a day just to fucking sleep in a van. This is fucking stupid. I don't care about living comfortably. I care about achieving and completing the missions and goals that I've set out to do. And this is doing nothing. I'm just fucking working to fucking sleep. If my fucking disability money would stop bullshitting, it would help me. It'd give me some breathing room. If I get $1,000 a month, that can cover my car, and then I can just Uber when I need to. You know, that's good. I don't have to be doing this 7 days a week, 8 to 12 hours a day. Then I can do soccer. I can work out. Maybe if I have extra money, or I can work extra money to do music, etc., etc. Then I could start working toward my goals again. And soccer, we're here though. I mean, we're at the fucking finish line. Like,